You look around, I'm sure you're seeing stuff that's like, but believe it, everything in this room is connected to plumbing something. There's a plumbing tool that's in this room. So last week, just take a couple minutes just to talk about what we talked about: being on time, plumbing etiquette, dress, safety, a lot of things are involved in it. Today, what I want to talk about is fittings. If you're going to work with a plumber, and he says, "Listen, Cyrus, go out to my truck and get me a 3-inch wide or 4-inch wide." That's what you're going to come back with. This is what you got to learn. Because if I send you out the truck to get a 4-inch wide, you come back with this, I'm probably going to say something. Because time is money, guys.
Dave, is it 4 inches across?
Your diameter opening.
The diameter is 4 inches.
4 inches. All your fittings are usually marked. And the funny part about it is there's different fittings. We have what we call pressure fittings and drain fittings. And we're going to talk a little bit about each one today. Why is it called a Y? That's the reason why I call it a Y. This comes in 4-inch. Wait, it goes up to 12 inches. And most people you're going to work for, you're not going to go over 4 inches. So it comes in 4-inch, comes in 3-inch, comes in 2-inch, and comes in 1.5 inches. This is a drain fitting. This is not made for pressure. So 4-inch Y. That's a double Y. So you have a single. If I say a Y, if I say now I want a double Y, 4-inch all the way down to 1.5 inches. Drain fittings do not go below 1.5 inches. This is called a sanitary T. Sanitary T.
Yes.
Write that, DWV. Drain, waste, and vent. E with a sweep. So they call it a combo because it combines two different turns on one fitting. Sanitary T is not a combo because it only has 2 directions. This has 3 directions. This is a 4-inch, this is 3-inch. But when you put that like this, it now becomes a combo. This is called a clean-out T. It's two-way. In other words, the slope goes this way, the slope goes this way. And the reason these are used is so if you put a snake in there, you can go either way. Because if you take this, you notice the direction only goes one way. So if you put this in for a clean out, you can only go one way. You put this in, you can go either way. So it's called a clean out T. A Y. They come 3-inch, 1.5 inches. You go 3, 3, 1.5 inches. Top, bottom, out. So it could be 3, 3, 2. It could be 3, 3, 3. So 3, 3, 1.5 inches.
Combo Y, right?
Yeah. It's not a combo.
It's not.
It's not a combo. This is a Y.
A Y.
Yeah. This is still a Y. But if I tell you I want a 3 by 1.5 inch Y, that's what you're going to go get. This is called a cross. Drain cross. It can come in any size. You can have 4-inch here, 4-inch here. You can have 1.5 inches out to the side. It could be all 2 different sizes. So if I say go get me a 2-inch cross, this is what you're going to get. 2 drains come into one fitting. So if I tell you I want a 2 by 1.5 inch cross, your inlet, your outlet's 2 inches, and your sides are 1.5 inches. Because this is a pressure fitting. This is for water. This is not for sewer. How do you see the difference?
Kind of slick.
No. Look at the difference. This has a gradual sweep. This has a dead end sweep. This is a Schedule 40. This is Schedule 40 foam core. So this has no sweep. That's made for pressure water. This has a sweep. This is made for a drain because poop likes corners to go down. It won't go down these. It'll catch up. So that's a drain. That's a pressure fitting, which we'll get into later on. Let's say I want you to get me a 3-inch sanitary tee. That's this, okay? I say, okay, I don't have a 3x2-inch sanitary tee on the truck. So get me a 3x2 reducer. That's what this is. It's called a reducer. It goes in the end. So now 3-inch sanitary tee becomes a 3x1.5 or 2-inch sanitary tee becomes a 2-inch sanitary tee by using a reducer. I'll pass this around. I want you to look at something real quick. See how thick that is? See how thin that is? See the difference? Go ahead and pass them around. Take a look. They're the same fitting. They're totally different, and I'll explain to you why. This is a drain fitting that goes inside the house or under the slab. Once you leave the house to go to the main sewer or to go to the septic tank, you convert to this thin wall. It's called thin wall pipe. And the reason we do that is because if you're running 100 feet of this, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than 100 feet of that. The only time you can use a sanitary tee on its back is for the venting system. So everything that's under the house, here's your main sewer line. And you have a line coming off. That's a Y fitting right there. You got a Y. And then when you get over here, you're going to take it up. It becomes a 90. So this is 2-inch. This is 3-inch. So you're going to put a 3x2-inch Y. And you would tie it in right there. Then when you bring it up with a 90, bring it up, and here you would put what I call the sanitary tee. It comes out, which would be a 2.5-inch sanitary tee. And that would tie into a drain on a sink, kitchen sink, laundry sink. Let's say this is a 3-inch line. Come down here. Then you're going to put a 90. Turn it up. If you notice something here, when you turn that 90 up, bring it out of the slab, put a cap on it, that's a toilet line. You don't have to trap that line.
So this is an elevation we're looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to trap this line. This 2x1.5 over here is going to have a trap on it eventually, where it goes up to the sink. Why do we put traps? I have a 3-inch or 4-inch pipe running into a septic tank. They stink. Like that fittings. These are thin wall fittings, guys. These are made for roof drains on big buildings. That just goes to show you, I mean, it gets up there. It's a big size pipe. But you know what the difference is? It's still a 90, it's still a coupling. It's just either thin wall or it's Schedule 40. That's thin wall. We use 6-inch for sleeving pipe, which I'll explain to you at a later time. These are pressure fittings or water line. Now, when I talk about water, I'm going to refer to it as potable. Potable means you can bathe in it, you can drink it, you can use it for whatever you want. Potable water. That means what comes into your house that you use every day. Wastewater, potable water. Wastewater, you don't use. Potable water, you use. Okay? These are for potable water. These are pressure fittings. Same thing, guys. T, 45, 90, coupling. Okay, these are made for water, potable water. They go down to as small as 3/8 and go as high as whatever you want to go to, 10-inch, 12-inch. Most common, 3/4, 1/2-inch, and 1-inch. So if I run a line from the meter to the house, I run a potable water pipe, which is Schedule 40, water pipe. Normally in 1-inch or 3/4, depending on what the city gives me to tie into. They're the same fittings, same name. Potable, drain. The reason you can't bring these inside a house is because they can't handle hot water. You can't put hot water in a PVC pipe. It will blow up like a balloon and explode. This is your outside water piping. Now, if you want to come inside, to do plastic pipe for your water, write down CPVC. CPVC. Chloride polyvinyl compression. It's yellow. It is not white. It is yellow. That is called CPVC pipe. That pipe can be used for cold water or hot water. Residential. Light commercial. It uses a different glue than regular plastic pipe. It has a yellow glue. We call it yellow glue. Guess what? It's the same damn fitting, same names. 90s. Couplings. Yep. Couplings, T's, 45s. Same name. A water pipe. So if I tell you go up truck and get me a couple 1-inch CPVC street 90s, that's what I want. CPVC, not PVC, CPVC. That's called a male adapter. Okay? Everybody in here has a wiener, I would suppose. We ain't got anybody that's weird, do we? Okay. Okay, this is called a female adapter. The male adapter goes into the female adapter. Boy, girl. Real simple. Can't explain it to you any other way. So, if I tell you get me a female adapter, that's what you're going to come back with. Something that goes inside that. That's a female, but it has threads on the outside, that's a male. So, basically, a street fitting has a male fitting and a regular fitting has a female fitting. You stop and think about it. You know, it can thread, and they also make a compression. But your concern will probably be threaded. So, if I say get me a 1-inch threaded male adapter, you come back with that fitting that's got threads on the outside. If I tell you get me a 1-inch female adapter, you come back with the threads on the inside. This is CPVC, this is PVC. See the difference? So, the difference is this won't melt, this will, with hot water. Anything over 120 degrees, this will swell up like a balloon. This will take up to 190 degrees.
You can use that inside and outside?
Yeah, you can use it outside. Any pipe that you use outside, if it's exposed to the sunlight, you'll put paint on it. What's this?
Female.
It's a female adapter. Glad you remember. What's this?
There's a male.
That's a male adapter. There you go. What's this?
That's female.
It's a female ball valve. I call it a female ball valve. Most plumbers will call it an IPS because it's threaded. Copper is also used in houses, not as much as it used to be. Copper water piping. 3 different types of copper. It's K, KL, and M. The only difference is the thickness. K copper is used on commercial application only. 1-inch K copper is $10 a foot. K, KL, and M. That's a water main. That right there is 6-inch copper. $22 a foot. So that's what most of your water mains and commercial buildings are made out of. Everything changes all the time, guys. We have plastic inside pipe. This is what it's going to. This is what's getting used now. So that is a new water line for the future. They've been using it in Europe for 25 years. Well, we finally caught up to them. I can take this and twist it into a knot. And mangle it up, take a heat gun and heat it, and it'll go right back to original form. We use it on everything. This is what we use now. We don't, very rarely do we use on a new house anything other than this.
These ones are connected with compression fittings?
I'll show you. It's called Ubonor.
Ubonor, okay.
PEX is amateur pipe. If you buy it, Home Depot.
Okay.
Ubonor. A lot of plumbers don't want to use it because they don't want to pay for the guns. Okay, gather around. Here's your pipe. Gotta make sure it's a clean cut. You have this fitting, it has a lip on it. Take this, press it on there, and this is your this is a coupling. Eight times. Shove that in there. The advantage to using Ubonor is there's no glue time, there's no dry time. CPVC, you're waiting up to an hour before you put pressure on it. Sorry about that. They recommend 12 hours. Take it apart.
How many distributors are in America for that?
They all carry it now. Pull it apart. Are you weak?
I want to try.
Go ahead. I don't give a damn how bad you are.
Is the pipe manufacturer?
Watch the Now, we still do copper. We run into it, especially in older buildings. And older buildings can be a real pain in the ass because they have water in them. Okay. It's called a Pro Press gun. $6 grand. Yeah, that's what I said.
Are they all different size ones? Or?
Yeah, it goes up to 2 inch. That's a Pro Press fitting. You put the die in. Put your piece of pipe in there. Put that on there. Pull the trigger. 6,000 pounds of pressure. It crimps that fitting onto the copper.
Can you do
And
it?
there's an O-ring in there. Hmm?
Can you do it?
Yeah, like my piece of plate. I'm gonna do this one time. So, hold it. And flip the pipe around. Slides on there just like that. Back it off just a little bit.
No need to clean the pipe?
Nope. Can't change the circumference of the pipe, and if you sand it, you'll change it. Put this on here like this. Do I see?
Yep. that ain't no joke.
Done. Pro press gun.
Yeah, like,
That when it closes around it, look, you'll see notches.
yeah.
And those notches is what locks that in there, and then the O-ring seals it.
O-ring seals, okay, I got you.
You're gonna learn by misfortune, I'm telling you. You're gonna do things that's gonna go wrong. But that's called learning. And if you're working with a decent plumber, he knows that. You glue a pipe together, you put water on it, it leaks. Guess what? You're gonna take it apart and you're gonna do it again. It's part of the trade. Nobody's perfect, not even me. Matter of fact, I don't even go in the field anymore because I get aggravated. Because I've been doing it so long. That's why I got 6 employees.
Dennis, can I say something?
Sure.